What's up, everybody? Welcome to In Great Company. I'm your host, Betty, and I'm so excited to have you guys here again. I have two incredible people here with me today. They're here to tell us about their love journey, their story as a couple and as a family, and I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. So welcome to In Great Company. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Nice to have you. We're so excited to have you here today.
We're excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's start with introductions. We're always going to start with Bria first because ladies first. Always. Always.
I'm Bria.
Yes.
I'm Bria Farr. And I don't know, what about me?
You could just Bria.
Yeah, I'm Bria.
You're a mama.
I am.
Yes, you're a wife.
That is that's up there. I'm a mom of a wonderful little 6, almost 7.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
He's tall too.
And he feels like he's 7 already. I'm telling you, the conversations that I have with this kid, I don't even have some of the answers to his questions sometimes. I'll be like, I'm going to research that and get back to you.
Very smart kid.
But yeah, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm also a nutritionist.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I work for all the mom and babies.
Okay.
Yeah, I give them nutrition counseling.
That's so cool. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
I'm Brian, from Texas, from Houston.
Okay.
H-Town, hold
Yes.
it down, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, like that. I'm a father, I'm a husband,
Yes.
in the military, Navy, active duty. My job for the Navy is interesting.
Okay.
So I'm basically a chaplain bodyguard and assistant.
Okay.
Yeah. So
A chaplain.
chaplain
A
bodyguard.
chaplain's bodyguard?
Chaplain bodyguard.
Interesting.
So I protect the chaplain.
Okay.
But I'm also him or her admin worker
Yes.
too. So I do everything
That's so
behind the scenes,
interesting.
but also protect them.
Have you always done that?
No, I mean I always been in like a security type of
Yeah.
field.
Okay.
Back in my past, but this is new.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, I'm so excited to have you guys. Before we talk about anything, I just want to say thank you for being here from the bottom of my heart. It's just so exciting. I think, so for me, I know bits and pieces, but I actually don't know a lot of things. So just like the audience, I'm really going to hear your story individually and together as a family for the first time. So I've been even looking forward to scheduling this with you guys. And today I was like, I've been saying, I think I've said it to everybody that's been around. I was like, I'm so excited to talk to them because it's like really getting a chance to hear a story that I haven't heard before. Yeah. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for even being excited about this. This is really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, so I always start with the beginning. I want to know about you guys individually before you guys met. So tell me a little about your childhood. So are you both from Houston? No?
Don't do that.
You're from Houston?
She's from a small town outside of Houston.
Listen, okay, when we wanted to go somewhere, it was Houston. It was no more than 30 minutes.
How far out from Houston was it?
Maybe 25, 30 minutes.
That's
It's
Houston.
It's an hour. Small town country girl.
Whatever.
Let her have Houston.
But whenever, so I am from a small town. It's,
Okay.
Southeast Texas. It's called Cold Spring.
Okay.
You probably would not even find it on a map.
Really?
But I am very much a country girl, and I grew up with my grandmother. I was the daughter of a single mom.
Okay.
So my mom had me when she was pretty young.
Okay.
And when she left to, go continue her education and find job resources and things like that, I stayed with my grandmother until I was I remember maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
And then, my mom came and she got me, and she also told me she was married.
Okay.
And then we moved to another small town called Huntsville.
Further from Houston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about an hour.
He's nodding.
That's about an hour.
Fine, you can have the hour there.
Oh my gosh. I bet if anybody asks me, I'm from Houston.
That's right. She's from Houston. On this podcast, she's from Houston.
I'm playing where you're not supposed to be.
And so, very small town upbringing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. And what about you? You grew up in Houston?
I grew up, born and raised in Houston.
Okay.
Had both my mom and my father in the house.
Okay.
At the time period, 2 sisters, 1 brother. I'm the youngest.
Okay.
I look like the oldest, but I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
Black and gray.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up, it was good. We had our challenges as a family, but overall,
Of course.
I had a good childhood that kind of built and raised me to become who I am now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about faith in the home. Did you guys have any faith experiences? Was there any influences, or did that come later in life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my grandmother definitely was a praying woman.
Yes.
She, taught us, me and my cousins, because there always used to be a group of us there at the house. Taught me the Lord's Prayer. We would pray before bed. She wasn't really she didn't really go to church.
Okay.
But I do very much remember her reading the Bible. Yeah. But my grandma was also kind of hood, so she would read the Bible, but she would also sleep with a little thing under her pillow. You never know what to expect. You might get a verse.
Yourself. It's the South.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do that, right?
Yeah. And then my mother, whenever she got married to my dad, he's actually a deacon. For a church in Huntsville, and we went to church regularly with him. Okay. Now, of course, he was small, so he was falling asleep, eating candy, doing all those things,
hanging in the back of the pews. Yeah, same. We grew up the same.
In the back of the pews. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so is that where kind of like the actual like the habit of church and like faith really came into play around that time? Or how old were you around that time?
Has it been like she got married maybe when I was 5 or 6.
Okay.
So literally from 7 and up. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think when we got a little bit older, like teens, it was kind of like our choice. If we wanted to go, we could.
They weren't persistent or pushing you guys. Okay.
They weren't forceful with it.
Okay. That's cool.
Sometimes I would go, sometimes I would sleep.
Understandable. What about you, Brian?
I would say growing up, I was born and raised in a church.
Okay.
But we had to go to church.
Yeah.
We didn't have no say so. We had to go.
Yeah.
Every Sunday. We was going, but that don't mean I was paying attention.
Yeah.
So I was going because I had to go. Every Sunday they had vacational Bible studies. They had a church had little vacations for the kids and everything. But just like I said, growing up, we had to go to church, but I was falling asleep, eating candy.
Where is the candy come from? Because y'all both, you said candy too, right?
What candy? Your mama didn't have candy in her purse? No? Your auntie didn't have candy?
But in the South, if your mom don't have candy, some older lady is going to have the candy. They're going to have peppermints. People say that.
I'm like, oh, so it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing in the South.
They're
going to have some candy.
Little strawberry
candy.
Oh, yes.
Or the peppermints that's actually sugar. It's not really peppermints.
It's just melting your mouth.
It's just melting your mouth and you crunch on it. They have those, so
that's what y'all look forward to.
Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to.
That's what got us.
I get it.
Yeah, that and I grew up having to do Easter speeches. Okay. Again, had to do it.
Yeah.
That don't mean I knew anything what I was saying, but I had to do it. Yeah. So growing up, always in the church, but
you're familiar with it.
It, but I wasn't going by it.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, cool. And then did y'all go to college out there? Did you go straight into the Navy? Like what happened when you got a little older?
College.
Yeah, okay,
college.
Cool.
That's where we met.
Okay, so we get right into it. So that was gonna be the next question, but you can go right now.
So we went to SFA.
Okay.
Axe of Jacks.
Wow.
Which is it's another small town.
Okay.
Yes.
So Texas is full of small towns.
Okay. Small
but it's in Nacogdoches, Texas.
Okay.
So pretty much nothing but road and the college.
Okay.
And maybe a few restaurants here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, gosh, what was that, like 2014? I had been like a sophomore, because you old. I mean, older than me. No, I mean like you're older than me.
Now you already said it. I'm old.
I had been like a sophomore.
2013.
2013?
2013, 2014.
When you guys met?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
No, when we. Oh yeah, 2013, 2014 we met. Because I got to SFA 2011, 2012. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd say 2014 around the time we met.
So this is when you met, or this is when you started going to school there?
I started going to school in 2012.
Okay.
Yes.
So then you met 2014.
Mm-hmm, around there.
So, but I want to know how you met, where you met. Y'all are smiling already. I don't know these stories. The hat got turned around.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Because here he goes.
Who's gonna tell the story?
I'm gonna let him.
Okay, so
Okay. She's gonna edit anything.
Nah, everything is real. Okay. So college kids.
We went to college. We know.
I'm crying
You'll go.
Right now.
You know how college is, but we also go for everything that's free.
That's true.
So it was around Valentine's Day.
Okay.
They had a speed dating.
Okay.
And if you go, you get a coupon, buy one get one free.
Food.
Food. So me and my friend were like, okay, we can get
Yes.
a box for Cane's and get one for free.
Oh.
That's a free meal on the weekend.
Yes, absolutely.
So definitely we're going to go.
Yes.
So we went to speed dating, and we just not taking it serious. It's sad to say some people was actually there serious.
Yeah.
And for college, but
yeah.
We went there speed dating, and we there for the food. And I see this lady right here, sitting at the table.
Okay.
She was there for the same reason, her and her friend.
I was gonna say, did you go for
yeah? Oh, absolutely.
For the food.
We was broke. Like we was tired of eating ramen, so we had the same idea.
Cane's is nice.
Cane's is nice.
And Cane's was new
it
too
was
at
new
that
too.
point. It was like the thing that everybody was going to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
they
was
got
like,
y'all for real. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give us
Free
4
coupons.
strips and some fries and toast and a drink for free.
And
one
did
price?
y'all split y'all had to split the
We
cost?
split the cost,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then you
So you saying the cost is
Basically
$10? It's
$4.
$4, $5 each?
It just made sense.
Nice.
Yes. On the weekend too?
Yeah.
Definitely. So
So yeah, we were there for the same.
so we was there for we both there for the same reason.
Okay.
And it came the time that we taking seats for seats. Then I seen her. I'm like, oh, okay.
So wait, hold on. I need the image. So it's like lines of women sitting,
Lines of
and then the
women,
men
some-
were rotating. Is
So it was
that
like
what's happening?
so it was like a little oval, right? And it was
Okay.
like they had chairs with seats on the
Mm-hmm.
on either
Each
side.
Okay.
So you would talk for like maybe like 2 minutes.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
And then
yeah.
you
Okay,
would
rotating.
ring to the next person. So
Did you see her before you got to her seat?
it was the men that were moving, right?
It was the man that was moving. Yeah, it was the man that was moving. I didn't see her. I seen her like.
Kinda.
Actually, I seen her before she seen me. Like late on campus, I seen her like in the cafeteria.
Okay.
I never approached her.
Okay.
What you scared for?
I was scared, just wait for the right moment. So,
he knew he was gonna be at that speeding dating. That's what it was.
So we sitting at the table as we rotating, and I seen her coming. Then we cross.
Yes.
So we're talking. I'm like, wow, I like her. She actually kind of cute, man. She cute. All right. Then
I feel like I should say this part.
The man moved seats, and I'm in front of her friend.
Oh, okay.
So I found there was friends. I'm asking her friend about her, and her friend was like, "What you say her name was? That's not her name." Everything she told me was a lie.
That you told him? I don't blame you. That's
So
fine.
when that time came, I was like, "Oh,
I get it."
Now she lying to me. So I got up and I told that guy was sitting in front of her to get up, and I went back to that seat.
This is a movie?
No. I'm like, I know you're not lying to me. Yes.
And he was interrupting.
And the guy got up.
Yes, he had no choice.
You scared him?
You better get up.
Oh my gosh. And he made me feel so bad, but like I was there for the food. Like I was there for the purpose.
Wait, hold on. But did you play him because it was fun, or were you like why? Like, did you know what you were doing, and you just were gonna lie to everybody?
I lied to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, you weren't.
You said you weren't that special.
No, she lied to me.
In that moment, you were.
I wasn't having that.
Yeah.
So we switched seats. I asked her. She was kind of like hesitant. So when it's over, I chased her down. I want the real information. Mm-hmm. You ain't about to just lie to me and I just let it go.
God.
No, that's my story.
It happened something like that.
What did you miss out?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was there for the coupons, and I had honestly just got out. Like I was dating someone who I was dating in high school, and so we had recently ended, and so I really was not. Oh. Okay. There's boys. Oh, okay. Where's the coupon? Can I go home? And so like I just had the mindset of like, yeah, I'm just gonna go in here so I can, get the coupon.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just you that I was, I think I had made up a fake name for every person. It was honestly.
Were you changing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was having a good time.
So
I was having a good time.
The names in dictionaries before you went.
And so yeah, when he sat down at the table, of course I was like, okay, he's kind of cute. Yeah, Brian wore glasses. Y'all have y'all seen Brian with glasses?
I don't think so.
I had glasses when I first moved there before myself.
Okay.
He had glasses.
I had glasses, and I actually had a hairline, a real hairline, with some waves going on.
I would hope so.
I thought he looked like a young Tay Diggs a little bit.
Not gonna lie.
But minus the glasses. But so I thought he was cute. But I wasn't.
Were you surprised when he chased you down afterwards?
He was very persistent.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, when we're that young, there's like things that we do that's not cool. I was like, he bugging. Like, what is, But eventually I could tell that he was really sweet though, and so that made me interested. I was like, okay, yeah. So I think the first time we hung out, we were in the library, right? We went to the library, and then we went to Chili's. But the first time we hung out, it was like a little study date. Yeah. It was so cute.
Our first date was Chili's. I knew she was like, okay, she cool. I didn't have a car then. Our first date, we walked to Chili's.
Yeah. It's okay, it's college.
Like, okay.
Yeah. That's what makes it special.
Exactly.
Listen, if you got it together in college, I don't even know. Like, how is that possible? Yeah. It's supposed to be like that.
But yeah, that's how we met. We met in college at the speed dating event, both trying to get some food.
Okay.
You know.
And then did you date immediately after that?
Oh no, it was a little bit back and forth.
It was back and forth.
Yeah. I think after like we went on a couple dates, but again like I just was not there. Yeah. So I eventually told him like I kind of wasn't interested, and he would say I didn't ghost you.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, tomato.
Yes.
Anyways, we stopped talking for a little while. And I remember one summer, him and one of my best friends, they were in a class together, and I was at the mall. And I'm like sending her pictures like, hey girl, I'm trying to find an outfit to this party that we're going to or whatever. And she's like, so I sent her pictures, and she's like, oh, Brian said something like he likes that. I'm like, who? What? And she was like, oh yeah, Brian's in my class with me. So here she is, showing him what I'm trying on. Friend. Is she? I don't know. I was like, I'm crying. Okay. So after that, I remember seeing him in the gym.
Okay.
I
remember
seeing him in the gym at the gym at our college.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, that's Brian.
Maybe I'll take this seriously.
Yeah, I think he had put on some muscle. He was looking real nice in the gym. So I remember approaching him. It's like, hey, how you been?
Yeah.
And then he was under my spell.
Spell? That's crazy.
No, but then we started talking again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you guys when did it get serious?
Serious meaning start dating or serious?
Like dating, and then eventually, obviously, you guys got married. But when did it get like serious, where it's like, okay, this actually might be? I guess let me ask you this: when did you know that you were gonna marry him, or when did you know you were gonna marry her?
My answer is gonna be completely different.
I'm gonna let you go first.
I knew. Okay, so I don't know if that's bad to say, but college, of course, I'm a college student.
Yeah.
So talking to multiple women, I kind of picture who I would be with or who I'm just talking to at the time.
Yeah.
So in college, I picture, okay, she's smart, she's attractive.
Yeah.
She got a little street smarts in her book, So I'm like, okay, all of that is cool, and she's very supportive and comfortable.
Yeah.
And she's nice. I'm like, I can see her having my child.
Yeah.
So that was around senior year.
Oh,
maybe?
in college.
In college, my senior year in college. My senior year in college, around that range. So that's when I figured, okay, I could take things serious with her. I could picture her being my wife. Having my kid. I can see that happening. Yeah. So it's around that range. That's for me. I seen it. I'm like, I picture it before it actually happens.
Yeah.
She probably just, I don't know.
La-di-da-di-da. Yeah, that pretty something. But
what about you?
I don't know if there was necessarily a moment.
Okay.
It just kind of became one of those things where, someone is a very important, I guess a very important just thing in your life. And so it started to get to the point where I would make decisions without consulting him, or we would just be doing everything together. Yeah. And I remember just always, and he's this way now, but he's always been very good at making me feel secure. Just didn't have to ask, but very got that provider protector thing going on, and that was something that I really truly valued as a person maybe who didn't have a great relationship with their father. And so I just always felt very safe and secure with him. And so I think at some point I remember writing, this is so embarrassing, I don't know if I ever told you this. So I had an assignment, and this was before we knew the Lord, okay? We were living together.
Okay.
And we were in college still, living off campus.
Okay.
And I remember it was an assignment that I had for some type of literature class. And it made us write. Oh no, it was for professional class. Like, what do we see ourselves in 5 years, something like that. And so we had to write a paper.
Okay.
And I wrote in the paper that I would see myself married to Brian.
Okay.
And I would have like 3 or 4 kids and something like that. And I submitted that paper.
Oh, wow.
I was just like, I had no idea. I just didn't understand, like, I guess how important he was to me.
Yeah.
Had to come to me.
Did you write a paper about me? Okay.
I'm not about you, okay, but I saw you in my future.
Yes.
So yeah, and I think that had to have been around maybe like 2016. So maybe after a year of us dating.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think we lived together another year before he graduated.
I would say we actually lived together the whole time, 2017 to 2018, because I graduated 2018. Yeah. So around that time we lived together. She had her own apartment. I had my own apartment, but she was always at mine.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
The time that we got disconnected, it was around the summertime that me and her friend had class together. So when the summertime was over, school year started, we still wasn't connected like that. But mysteriously, we ended up living in the same complex.
Oh, wow.
And she was right below me.
Wow.
So she's right here, and I was right there.
Wow.
So that's when it started
connecting
again. Like, she had no choice. You see me every day.
Yeah.
Then you see me in the gym. Then we walk in the same area back to the stairs. You see me again.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, we just kept
bumping into each other.
Yeah, just kept crossing paths.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so then graduated college. When did you guys get married?
November 2018.
Okay.
So
that is how many years later?
Oh.
So I guess how long did you date before you got married?
Like 3 years.
3 years?
3 or 4 years.
So like right out of college.
Yeah, we got married at 20. I was 24.
Okay.
Yeah. So right after Lennox was born.
Okay.
It was like my graduation.
Yes.
In 2019, Bria graduation.
Yes.
She gave birth before her graduation.
Okay.
Yeah, before you graduated.
Yeah.
And right after that, then we got married.
Okay.
We had Lennox in May of 2018. So we were engaged maybe like December or January, earlier in that year. And then I found out I was pregnant. And then when they had Lennox in May, and then we got married in November.
Okay, right after that. Tell me about your wedding day.
We went to the courthouse.
Yeah. No, but tell me about the day.
What do you remember?
How did it feel?
I remember being kind of nervous.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, when we were in the car, I was like, I'm only doing this one time.
She said that to you? Just in case.
Like, listen, I'm only doing this one time.
That is so sweet.
But our family was there. His parents and his mom. His mom and dad had drove down from Houston. And my parents live in Conroe, which is where we got married.
Okay.
And Lennox was there. He was a little bitty baby.
A few months.
Yeah, and it was really intimate, honestly. But I don't think I would have had it any other way.
How did you feel that day?
I don't know. That's a hard question. Like, I can't remember how did I actually. That's not bad, you know.
No.
I can't remember how I actually felt.
Or what do you remember? Because I think it's so interesting because you guys were so young. I can only imagine. I mean, it does feel probably. How many years now? 6 years, 7 years you guys been married? So it probably feels like a while ago, but still, like, I can only imagine, like.
I think I can say because we was dating, we knew each other and we was dating way before then, and we was already living like we was married.
Yes.
So once it happened, now it's real.
Yes.
You know,
so
we're
solidified.
not just play house right now. It's actually we're married, we have a house, we have a kid. Like it's the real deal now. So I figured like okay. I'm been enjoying it this whole time, and now it's real. So you know, now we have to take it more serious because we're married now.
Yes.
But I already feel really good about it because we was already together.
Yeah. I think it just kind of solidified that we were gonna do life together. Like again, we were young, so honestly, I think at one point we kind of just we had agreed that. A part of it was we know that we cared about each other, but also we kind of felt like it was something that would just came next. Yeah. I don't know how to explain
Makes
that.
Makes sense.
Like, yeah, like if we've been dating for so long, we've known each other for so long, we feel so, we love each other, we are having a baby. I think it just kind of felt like it was just one of those things like, oh, this is supposed to happen,
something you have to do next.
And I think that we thought that it was going to be easy, like smooth sailing. Girl. But we'll get into that. Yes. But yeah, I just remember just feeling very calm in it. It wasn't once we were standing like in front of us and the judge and everything. It was just kind of like
it was what needed to happen.
Like this is my man. Okay, cool. Like we're doing this. Yeah.
How is it parenting so early in your marriage like that? I mean, parenting in general. It's challenging.
I still feel like a teenager. I feel like a 30-year-old teen.
Say that again?
I still feel like a teenager. Yeah. Like a 30-year-old teenager.
Now or then?
No, now.
I like that.
So at 24, I was definitely a child.
Yeah.
But parenting, I think one of the great things is that Brian is a great dad. Like, I hear horror stories, about first-time parents.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering, like, if I was going to have the support or if, like, you worry about all these things. But he was up, he was changing diapers, and he was helping with, like, feeding and making sure I needed, had things that I needed. He was doing the night shifts and then, stuff like that. So he was there.
Yeah.
And I can really appreciate that looking back because I don't know if I could have done it, like, by myself.
Yeah.
So being a parent, it's probably been one of the greatest things that has happened. And also I feel like it made us, at some point, it kind of took over.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. Like we started to be like, I don't know, like two ships kind of passing in the night.
The responsibilities.
Yeah.
Did that become the focus?
Yeah. The responsibilities. Because we had a lot of fun. Like, we were very goofy people. But when marriage and baby and jobs and the real life came in, there was like a time where it just kind of felt like we were passing each other up.
I mean, I know I hear sometimes with couples, they'll get married and they're like, oh, let's wait, like, even if they've dated for a while. Like, for example, I know some couples now where they've dated for like 3 years and then they'll get married and they're like, we want to still wait a couple of years before they have a child. So I could imagine for you guys, you're young, you got married, you have an infant. That's a lot in one time. So I can only imagine even you're navigating so many different things at the same, and your careers you're just starting, right? So
just like literally just starting.
Yeah. So tell me a little. So I guess when the challenges started coming in? Is that like how did that start, or was it easy in the beginning?
In the beginning, it wasn't quite easy because right after birth, the marriage. As soon as I graduated, I started working.
Okay.
I started working in a prison. I was working in a prison as a correction officer. So my first year, that's when she was still pregnant. Then when she gave birth, that was like going to my second year. So
did you graduate before her?
I graduated a year before her, yeah. So luckily, for my job, they gave me a month and a half off, like fraternity leave, to be off, and that made things easier for her and for me to get in the groove. Then it became challenging once I had to go back to work, and she was looking for work. And she was fresh out of college. So that became challenging in the beginning. But I would say parenting, it was kind of easy because we was taking turns. But like managing as a couple while we was doing it was more challenging because like we was crossing paths. Because I was working, doing overtime.
Were you working different hours than each other? Like, or is it like?
It was like kind of like different hours.
He worked. I think at some point you working like 2 to 10.
Because I had a regular shift, but I was also working overtime too. So it was like wake up, take Lennox, our son, to like the child care. Then I go to work. Then I get off, get him, and we go home. But at times I do overtime. I stay there overnight, maybe like 12, 14 hours sometimes. Just to get extra money.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah. So I think then is when it kind of, I guess, just kind of to get a little dull, you know, like
that's a lot at one time.
Yeah, like just really trying to manage the responsibilities of it all. I think that we kind of lost sight of us in it.
Yeah.
Because we had, you know, the parent role, and then you had who you were at work and who I was at work. But then when it came to just me and Brian, I don't think we made time for that.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely played a role in where we kind of failed. I don't say failed, but where our marriage started to crumble a little bit.
Yeah. Challenging.
Yeah.
Did you guys recognize it soon, like quickly, or did it take some time and then you're like, oh, what's happening? How did it? Took time.
Took years.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Took
No, I
time.
asked because sometimes, you know, especially when you're saying two ships that are kind of like passing each other, it's like I can see how, you know, time passes because, again, you're focused on the responsibility. You have a child, you have to pay for things. Like, there's so many different responsibilities that are calling at you. So I can see how, Tell me a little bit about that.
It definitely was not something that we noticed before. And if we did, the way our personalities are set up, you know, like usually in relationships we have like the person who's like the quiet person and the person who wants to, you know, I don't know, not quiet, who is just the opposite.
Yeah.
We're both pretty like reserved most of the time. And so even if there is a problem or something that we might notice, I'm not going to say nothing.
Okay.
That's how I was. So I would be feeling these, you know, things or ways, but I would hold it in.
Yeah.
And then of course I learned that was not good for me or for him, and that it built up a lot of resentment and things like that.
Yeah.
And for him, I think it was kind of the same way.
Yeah. At that time, it was kind of the same way. I wanted to ask questions, but I didn't know how to ask questions.
Of course. Yeah.
So she was holding it in and not saying anything, and I was also wanting to know, but I didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to ask, or if I asked, would she be upset, or I'm assume I know what's going on and let me try to fix it myself. But the whole time, like, we neither one of us know. And I would say that started from kind of growing up, not knowing how to really communicate the right way.
Yeah.
So.
Did you guys have any conflict before you guys got married? Like, did you guys ever, like, no, right?
Yeah, we had some breakups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm asking because I'm curious how you guys resolved it then, or was it just kind of chill and,
It was pretty chill, and I think mostly for the most part it was chill. We had one conflict where we had broke up for maybe like 4 or 5 months, and that was right before we had got back together and moved in after college. So basically when he graduated, I was still in college another year.
Yeah.
And so for half of that year we weren't together. And how we handled that conflict is I withdrew because
No, I asked because I wondered if you've gotten the opportunity to even learn how to communicate and stuff together, you know?
Oh, no,
We didn't learn that till years later.
Yeah.
Not till this year.
Yeah. So you can say this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would just hold it in, and you know, hopefully it get better.
Yeah.
And continue to go, and every day, day by day, and things get worse, and our hearts getting hardened, but still not talking about anything.
Yeah.
But we just walking every day as it goes. So we didn't resolve anything.
Yeah.
And everything just built up. We didn't.
Did you guys have people around you that you shared with, or you could have shared with, or even married couples that you're kind of watching? Like, no, none of that. Yeah.
I mean, our parents at the time, they were still married. My parents are still married.
Okay.
They've been married for like 25 years, but I don't have the type of relationship with I have a better now, but I didn't, where I could just go and tell her like, oh girl, this is what's happening. And like, no. So I seen her marriage, but I didn't know like truly the struggles and the things that I would come against in marriage. And then all my friends were single at the time. Wow. So no, not really. Yeah. The advice I got probably, you know,
not the right.
Yeah.
I know how it works.
Not the best advice.
Yeah.
But no, not for me.
No.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
What you guys are like the picture you're drawing is like two young folks that love each other, that love their child, and that want to do right, but don't have the tools right? Like, you don't have the people, maybe even someone that's looking at your marriage kind of just saying, hey, like that's a tough place to be. And I know that even, I'm not married, but even with marriage, I know there's like a sacredness to it where it's like, I don't want to go and share everything that's happening here. So I can only imagine how that felt and how challenging that be.
Wow, I'm just thinking about, like, I think because what he was saying is when we finally, because we did separate, it did get to a point where, and it took maybe year 4 going into year 5.
So it was like this for about 4 years?
Yeah. And it's not necessarily where it was like bad. It just was no progress because we didn't resolve the conflict. You know, it would just kind of be swept under the rug, and so we would just move on to the next day like nothing ever happened, or no one was feeling some kind of way. And then we got into like a little a business opportunity that he initially sought and wanted me to come into, and so we
as a family.
Yeah. And so we moved from Conroe to Houston to pursue that. And it was good in the beginning, but I think it kind of just enhanced the separation that was happening because now he was being drawn into the business. And
on top of the job you already had?
No. I decided to quit the job. That's why we moved to Houston. Because working at the job and being in Houston would have been an hour to work and an hour back, so I didn't want to do that. So I decided to quit the job, the real salary job, and start pursue the business.
You had a dream,
Yeah, and in the beginning, it seemed smooth, but I could say the business, it was really challenging, but it showed you kind of who you are. So doing that, it kind of exposed that I had a lot of things I had to work on for myself at the time. So it exposed us, it brought us, it kind of separated us because we was just mingling around and just working. So other than crossing paths, how it was, the ship started departing more. So we in the same household, but we crossing paths and not really communicating, not talking much, not really being intimate, and outside in looked like we was good, but the inside out, we were spending more time with others and our friends more than together. And not working. So if you're an entrepreneur, the business not going good, we don't know how to pay rent, how to pay bills, we're not take care of our son. So that started building up. And that started stacking on to us not communicating, and the wall of resentment started building up in me, and my, as a man, my pride should start going down the hill, because I'm like, okay, the business not going good, I can't provide for my family, ain't nothing going right, and it started going down to like, low self-esteem, start feeling insecure, and it just started getting, I went to like a little, I don't know, like a shell. Like a hardened shell. Like I didn't know what to do. As a man, as a husband, as like no one.
Did you have any like friends or people that kind of were watching this?
I had friends, but one of my friends, my close friend, was doing the same thing. But the rest of my friends, they are single, so there's no one to really talk to.
They didn't understand,
My parents, they were separated at the time. They separated once I went off to college. So marriage-wise, the only person I had near me that I can talk to was my sister and her husband. But I mean, that time it don't always work. She can give advice, but if you don't apply the advice someone give you, then it's just wind going to your ear and you're not using it. So I don't really have no one to talk to, and me talking to one is just like me complaining.
Did you guys just at that point? Did you just decide this is how marriage is? Like, what are you thinking? Like, is it because it's your first time getting married as well, right? So for you, is it kind of just like, okay, well, I guess this is how everybody else is experienced, or did you know, hey, there's something wrong here?
I think we kind of just settled into this is how it is.
Okay.
For a while, and then of course we grow up in the age of social media.
Okay.
And we have all these picturesque, relationships and marriage goals and like all these things of what it looks like. But you actually said like a really good point. Like from the outside, we were picture perfect. Yeah. Like, no one probably would have ever thought. Yeah. But I think at some point, when things had got really like tough, when we weren't talking, and then financial on top of that was a huge stressor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I remember, saying to him like, hey, like, I don't know what it is, but I tried to express it like, hey, I'm not feeling seen or heard or whatever. And I don't blame him, because at the time we didn't have the tools.
Pressures too, yeah.
So he was just like, oh, I'm not doing that, and I don't think I'm making you feel that way, and that kind of like shut me down even more. And so I was just kind of like, all right, like I'm not gonna say anything else, because I feel like when I did, it didn't help anything. And so then that's when I went to the friends, and my friends love Brian, but they also want me to be happy.
Yeah.
And
they're not married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, of course, now we're hearing, well, it shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah.
That is a lie.
Because we have an idea of what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Listen, we have this idea of a marriage. He's supposed to make you very happy. Yes. He's not supposed to. Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. They should. We didn't know anything about like premarital counseling or anything like that. Yeah. But then people are telling you like, oh, it's not supposed to be this hard. You're not supposed to struggle, and love doesn't always have to be a struggle. If they ain't never read the Bible, they need to read it, because it would definitely teach you some truth. But I had that mindset like, oh, this is I shouldn't have to feel like this. I shouldn't feel alone in my marriage and whatever. And so eventually I did. I was the one that came to him, and after just many nights of just crying and feeling alone in the marriage, I was just like, I don't know if this is working. I think that we may need to separate. And I don't really I don't know.
I mean, to top that off, around that time we had to move out of our apartment because we didn't have no funds to pay for our apartment.
Okay.
So at the time, you can say we was homeless. We was sleeping on other couches, her family couch.
Yeah.
So it's a whole new family. Then you have 3 people sleeping in a living room on a blow-up mattress. So that can be, that brought her down, her confidence of the marriage down more. So about time that I actually got a job, found a job, and started working, she was done. She wanted a divorce, and she was done.
Yeah.
And so once I got the job, I ended up getting benefits. So I started therapy, and that's
individually, by yourself.
Yeah, individually at that time. And the therapist, he was a really good, educated black guy. So it was really helping me out. So it made me start realizing, like, okay, marriage is not easy. We're both don't really know who we are. We're both struggling. We both like going through depressing, stressful times. And I started learning marriage is not easy. So that's when I started telling her, okay, I understand that it's hard, but it would get better sooner or later, or later and sooner.
Were you together when you started therapy still?
Yes,
you were. Okay, you're still together. Okay. How did you know to go to therapy?
I mean, it was like the trend is going on. Black men need
social
therapy.
Media
The social media thing.
Okay. We blame social media for a lot of things, but maybe they're doing some good things. Because that's also another obstacle for a lot of people to actually go. So the fact that you were willing to go and you even you took that step, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So so that started opening your eyes to the realities.
Started opening my eyes more. Started helping me more to understand who I am, what I should do, how I should do things, that it's still time to change your marriage, that it's the first 5 years is the most challenging inside the marriage, because it's still one person, and not learning how to beat it together. So just learning, and as I go, because in the beginning neither one of us know how to be parents. We didn't get marriage counseling, so we didn't know how to be a married couple. We just learn as we go, just winging it as we go. So I had to learn the hard way, like, okay, it's going to be challenging, but we can get through this.
Mm-hmm.
But by that time, she already built the Great Wall of China around.
Of course.
So it's just like every word was just hitting the wall and it wasn't going anywhere. So.
Yeah, but I can appreciate his attempts now. Mm-hmm. But then, like he said, I was very much like stoned. Like I was just like, yeah, I'm not trying to hear that. But I was hurting.
Yeah.
And then we didn't mention it because I mean it's not super important, but there was also like things that I felt uncomfortable with as far as like infidelity and things like that. Mm-hmm. And so that is also in the past.
Yes.
So I mean, it was just like a lot of things that were never spoken. That that I harbored. Yeah. That kind of just turned my heart off to reconciliation.
Hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but my heart is breaking because like you said, like individually you are fighting for yourself.
Yeah.
And now you're fighting together and you're also a parent. The layers of what you guys are experiencing in that time, I could not. As an individual person, my stress is a lot, let alone being a mom, a wife, and you're also struggling, even finding like that's a lot at one time.
Yeah.
People that have it easy, that have everything given to them, a good job, support, and still struggle the beginning of their marriage.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine for you guys.
Yeah, it was tough.
So when he's telling you I'm going to therapy, is there any hope then, or you're giving up?
I mean, I was happy for him.
Yeah. Okay.
I just remember I kept saying to him, like, I hope you're doing it for you and not for us.
Yeah.
Like, for, like, the sole purpose for us to, like, get back together.
Yeah.
And at this point, we had, he was getting, when you were in therapy, we were still living together. Yeah. But even in that, we were separated. And then right before he had left to go to the military, that was pretty much like he was still fighting for it, but I was still very much like, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But I think I'm still, gonna pursue separation.
Okay.
And then he went off to the military, and I moved in with my mother. I went to my parents' house with Lennox.
Yes. What year is this when you went to the military? What year in your marriage?
The year 4.
2020.
It was 2023 because I left for the military. 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what month.
July. It was right before your birthday.
June.
Okay.
It was June 13, 2023.
Okay, so 4 years into marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he goes into the military, and you still have hope.
I still have hope because I know that things are hard. It's going to be hard.
Yes.
Marriage not easy.
So being told by the counselor that marriage is supposed to be hard, it's going to be hard, kind of gave you like, what did that make you feel like? Okay, this is okay.
It make it seem like, okay, I have a chance. I have a fighting chance.
Okay.
And I knew that regardless if it worked or didn't work out, I still had to go to counseling to help myself however I can.
Yes.
And at that time that we really talk about separating, because we was living in the same house.
Okay.
We finally got an apartment.
Yeah.
But it was basically like roommates in a way. So
yeah.
At that time period, I had to really accept that she wanted a separation. So if we want to separate, since she wanted to separate, I had a few options. I can get a better job in Houston, but we would still be staying in the same household, and I didn't want things to get worse.
Yeah.
So I was looking for a job that I can move out and still provide for my family at the same time.
Give her a little bit of space.
So I had two options. It was like state troopers or military.
Were you afraid of being away for the marriage?
It wasn't going well.
Okay.
So I wasn't scared.
Okay.
I didn't want to be away, but I wasn't scared. I had to I have to do what I have to do for my family and for myself.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I chose the military because, we ready to go right now?
Yeah.
We can go right now. That's how it works.
Yeah, yeah.
So once I found out what time period I was leaving, I let her know. She's like, okay, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And that was it. So once I left, I was still trying to, help out at home.
Yeah.
I made the counts to make sure that all the money go towards her.
Yeah.
Because, still got to provide for the family.
Absolutely.
And I had hope it was going to get better.
Yeah.
And I can say that I intentionally wanted to go to the military because I know I was finding out who I was, and I knew that I had to be like, broken from all distractions to fix things.
Yeah.
That's how basic training is.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no distractions, there's no phone, you're away, you just going to sleep, waking up, eating, working out, and just every single day.
Yeah.
So I knew that was going to help me out. I knew it was going to help me out.
The discipline.
With discipline and being consistent. So I left, and I still had hope while I was gone, but also a part of me knew that it was like, it's over.
Yeah.
I have hope. Nah, it's over.
Yeah.
So I was battering myself while in basic training.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew that it was really like done when I made a phone call, and then she kind of said like, I don't want to come. I don't want to act in front of your parents and your family that that everything is going well.
Yeah.
And that's when I know that okay, our marriage is done. Well, just bring my son in so he can see his dad.
Yeah.
So from there, that's when it really started going downhill because I thought separating would help us a little bit.
The boot camp or the training was how long?
It was at that time 13 weeks.
Okay, so after that is when you thought like maybe she'd come, and that's when you saw Lennox, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought the separation was going to help, but it made it worse.
Okay.
Because I guess being away from me and she don't have to see me.
Yeah.
And she, just learning to be free and like learning to be single.
Yes.
It made it just her mindset of like, okay, that's what I want to be, is single.
Yeah.
So after basic training, I had to go to Houston. I had to go to Trinity. Then I went to Houston because I had to move here. So went to Houston, got my car, got my clothes, still trying to fight and see what's going on. And it's sad to say I told her. But when I knew it was like for sure done, when I looked in her eyes, and then it was like, I felt like it was nothing there. Like it was just empty. Yeah. I'm like, wow. I just see like anger. I'm like, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
Just time to go.
And that's when you moved to DC?
That's when I moved here in DC.
Okay.
So I moved here, I would say, I actually moved here September 26th. It was on her birthday. Mm-hmm. But I moved my car and everything around October.
This is last year?
2023.
Say it again?
2023.
2023.
October
Okay,
2023.
2023. Okay. You've been here 2 years.
Yeah, it's about to be
okay,
2 years.
Okay, so 2023. So now there's state distance between you guys. Mm-hmm. So how is that working? Is it just co-parenting? How is the communication?
I mean, I would call him so Lennox could talk to him.
Okay.
Our conversations, if we had any, were just like, hey, Lennox wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
Very short.
Yeah.
There was rarely any communication. Like, he would give me updates, like if something, major happened at work a couple times, or whenever I got a job, whenever I was living with my mom and them, we had communicated about those things, but most of the time it was straight parenting talk.
And your private lives were your private lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how she wanted it to be, and I had to respect that.
Yeah.
I truly had to respect that.
Yeah, and that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah. Okay, so I know you guys now. So to me, this is too different. Like, this is so, like, in my head, I'm just like, okay, I need to, okay, so you move here. So I met you, did you start coming to Overflow immediately?
No.
No, okay.
I didn't start coming to Overflow, I would say maybe around January, February of 2024.
Okay.
So once I got here, the whole month was just like
leading up to that.
Leading up to that, I was just trying to cover up my pain and everything by going out and drinking literally every weekend and drinking a lot every weekend, going out, just doing a whole bunch of reckless stuff that I know that's not going to help me, but I was doing it anyway. Trying to find some type of coping coping mechanism to help me feel better. Until, you know, it got worse and worse and worse. Then I started going to coming to overflow. I started coming consistently around January, February.
I forgot to ask you guys this earlier. How was faith while you were married, though? Did you guys go to church together at all? No?
Yeah,
okay.
We went to church a couple times. Okay. But did we know or follow Christ? No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I asked that because now I'm curious, how did you get to overflow? What made you come to overflow then?
The thing about it, I knew God was real, and I believed I had some type of faith in him because I have tattoos, and tattoos are scriptures.
Yeah.
And I always have like, okay, I need faith, but I didn't know what that actually meant.
Yeah. So
me, time period before I started overflow, I was just in pain. So again, social media, I'm like, all these church folks are happy. I want to be happy too. Like they all on IG and TikTok being all happy. Like I want that. I want that, you know.
Wow.
So that's when I started searching, you know, churches in Silver Spring.
Wow.
And Overflow was one of the churches. So that's when I tried it out. And in the beginning, it felt really weird because I was going through a rough time. So me coming in, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is everyone happy and trying to hug? I don't want none of that. Like, stay away from me. like, what is going on? So they went on for the first 2 months till I actually like broke down. I really broke down in church. I remember it was on a Sunday and I went out that Saturday. And in my mind, I started thinking, okay, if I'm going out on Saturday, I have to come to church on Sunday.
So that's what you told yourself. If I go out on Saturday, the balance is.
Yeah, I had to like do some type of balance because I knew I was doing wrong, and I know walking with God would be the right answer because I actually wrote everything that happened. I wrote down before I even joined the military.
Okay.
So it was like walk with God, read the Bible more. Everything that happened, I wrote down.
Like your goal, like what you wanted, like the goals you wanted.
Everything.
Okay.
Wrote everything down, and it happened.
Okay.
But that was one of the things I wrote down, to find a church home once I move, build a relationship with God, and you know, change.
So you're telling me, because, you know, we give social media a lot of like negativity, you're telling me because of what people are saying, you're believing that this is going to give you hope. I know you grew up in a Christian home, so you heard these things growing up, but when you're writing this down, you're telling yourself, you believe that going to a church, finding a church home was going to do something for you.
Will help some type of way, because everything I'm trying to do with myself not working.
You're not working,
So if it's not working for me, and I still got counseling while I was here, away, and when I got here, I need something. I need better, you know. If I can't help myself, and I know a human can't help me, I mean, if these people look happy, like they say they're truly happy, something's going on. I want the holy water they are drinking to come inside me, you know what I'm saying? But so that means like I have to change internal. So if I can do it myself, I'm pretty sure God can. So let me try this road.
Wow. Okay. So then you told me you came to church. You're sitting in church. You said there was a Sunday. I don't think you finished that story.
A few Sundays. I was coming in from drinking the night before, and it was Pastor Christine. She was preaching both times.
Okay.
That I just almost had like a mini panic attack.
Yeah.
Like I'm already bald-headed.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm bald-headed, so I'm in church, I'm drenched sweating. Like it's like I'm on something.
Wow.
Because the alcohol coming out and the conviction is like hitting me. Yeah. That's before I even know what conviction meant.
Yeah.
But I felt bad. Like I feel horrible because I was going through depression. I felt lonely. I was angry. I was sad. I had suicidal thoughts. Everything you could think of, I was going through that.
Yeah.
I was crying, screaming inside of my head. I was going through all of that. So me going to church in the beginning, and I really decided to, okay, let me try to open up and see what happens. The times that I was just drenched, sweating, my shirt really just wet and everything. Like I had to walk out a few times. Like, what's going on?
Lord.
But from there, that's when I started like, okay, let me stop going out. One step at a time. Let me stop going out and start coming to church more. I never read the Bible one day in my life.
Yeah.
Certain scriptures I know.
Yeah.
Walk by faith, not by sight.
Yeah.
That's a tattoo on my arm.
Yeah.
No weapon formed against me should prosper. That's a tattoo on my chest. So certain scriptures that I knew to help me to push me throughout life. But I never truly read the Bible. So that's when I started reading the Bible. So I literally started reading maybe a few months ago, really. It's been like 7 months. And it was really helping me. It was truly helping me actually reading and going to church consistently and really starting to give my life to God and stop doing what I was doing before, because that was just making me feel worse. And me being around the community at church made things better, because I'm like, okay, they're helping. Whatever else I'm doing is just bringing me down. Being in church is helping. So that's when I started taking it seriously.
You know, I remember when I met Brian, so Growth Track,
yeah.
And he came, and I do Sunday school. I lead Sunday school at church. So he came, we greet everybody, say hello, and then I don't know if he said he had a kid or somehow Lennox came up, and I was like, oh great, and he wasn't there yet, because I think this was before the summer, and he was saying, he's like, oh, I have Lennox. I said, wonderful. I said, okay, so when is he gonna come? He said, he's gonna be with you in the summer. So when he said that, I was like, okay. Typically when people say he's gonna be with me in the summer, there's probably some type of, you know, separation or like arrangement that's happening. Then I remember, I'm gonna tell you from my perspective. So then I remember summer ended, and I'm thinking I'm gonna say bye to Lennox. Now, mind you, when Lennox started coming to Sunday school, you had already started serving, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think right after Growth Track, you started serving, so which would mean he would come early in the morning, and he would come too early for Sunday school that hadn't started. So Lennox would hang out with us at the other theater. While he's, like, you know, setting up and doing things and stuff like that. So we really got a chance to hang out with Lennox before Sunday school and during Sunday school. So in my head, I'm thinking, you know, summer's over, we're going to say bye to Lennox, right? And I remember I said, hey, I don't even remember what month or when it happened, but I remember I'm like, okay, I don't know if I said, is Lennox, I don't remember if you remember, but I was like, is Lennox going back? Or, because I didn't want to ask too many questions, right? But in my head, I'm like, Lennox is leaving. So he's like, no, Lennox is staying. And I was like, oh, okay. And I, from my perspective, it's like things are changing, but I don't know the details of what's changing. And then I'm going to do a quick little fast forward, but then he was like, Lennox is staying. I said, okay, cool. Mind you, I want you to know Brian then and Brian now are two different, from my perspective.
Oh yeah, for mine too.
And because the Brian that I met at Growth Track was tough. Like, you can tell, and I didn't know anything about what's going on in your life at all. But the Brian that I met then, he was not, there's no small talk. And you're right. I think as a church, we're very friendly.
You are.
Everybody's, so you are.
You are.
And we forget that even when you're saying, like, you guys are happy, I think sometimes being in the church for a while, we forget what everybody else is experiencing, because this is what we're in this, right? And I just remember, he's not given, oh, hi, how are you? Like, he's not given that. So I was like, okay, he's, and then when you said military, I was like, oh, because he's a military dude. Like, he's, he's tough. And then even with Lennox, like, even like, I remember conversations we would have about Lennox, stuff like that. It was, Brian was serving, he was doing his thing, that's it. And then over time, then he tells me, Lennox is staying. I said, okay, cool. Then one day, my wife is here. And I was like, okay. And then I meet you, and then a little bit later, my wife has moved, and I was like, what? Like, so from my perspective, it's like every couple months, I'm getting these updates. I don't have the background, but I'm just like, and as you're telling me these updates, Lennox is staying, my wife is here. I will never forget that my wife is here. That Brian, it was a totally different Brian. Like, I just remember his excitement and his joy, and I know I'm like jumping the gun here, but and for me, so it's like I'm seeing different things. And even as you were saying, like, when you came in, everybody's happy and like laughing and smiling and hugging. I know with you and with the Connections team,
Hey, Connections team is why it brought me in. It really brought me in, because I'm like, if I'm already a people person, but if they made me feel comfortable enough to, you know, kind of let my guard down. I want to help people like that too. Because the second hug, I'm not gonna say her name, but I told her, I'm like, the second hug was like the first hug I really gave in. Cause I used to, you know how the theater was, you have to go upstairs. I used to avoid them. Like they hug, I'm like, oh, jig move, and I go around.
Yeah.
Or I walk in, okay, they hugging, cool, I'm walking around. But the first time I actually gave in, and I gave someone a hug, I kind of like melted. I'm like, this how it feels to have a hug, you know, because I wasn't feeling that at all. Yeah. Because you have to think about, it's like you're separating, then basic training, then me going to my toxic days, then like.
There's a tough, yeah.
It was tough, so.
You're building this person.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I melt, I'm like, okay, this is how it feels. And that's why I started letting my guard down. And what really, I can say what really, really changed me was knowing that, okay, I knew Lennox was coming, and I didn't want him to see this version of me. Because if I'm hurt and damaged, and I'm bringing my son here, and it's just us together, it's just going to rub off on him. Yeah. I don't want him to be or feel the way I'm feeling at that age. Yeah. So if I'm not changing for myself, I need to do it for my son. Yeah. So that what really made me change is my son. And it just started happening. And yeah, it's me looking back, I'm like, yes, it's a complete different person. Yeah.
Even in the year that we saw him. And okay, so then I know I jumped a little bit the story, but so Lennox here in the summer, he's hanging out with us. This is you what's happening back home for you?
In the summer, I was still living with my mom, but my parents helped a whole lot with him. But I mean, I still cared for Brian in the way where it's like, I'm not going to keep him from Lennox. Yeah. So I still wanted them to have that relationship. And so in our conversations, it was like, you know, I want to bring him down for the summer so you guys can spend time with you. He misses you. Because, I mean, Lennox he's young, right? Mm-hmm. But he's not unaware that this is the first time his parents have not lived together in a home.
Did he know?
He didn't know about us being separated.
You just knew you're not in the home together. Yeah. Dad's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, I miss Daddy. Mm-hmm. And of course that, you know, did something to me. It hurt my feelings. Mm-hmm. and made me think about, like, I'm not going to say I never had, like, doubts where it's like, okay, well, maybe, you know, am I doing... is this what we should be doing, you know, separating? But again, at the time, I was in the world. Yeah. And I had, you know, still had these influences. They were telling me, oh, girl, like, it's good. You're happy. You're going to be happy, you know.
It's about you.
Yeah. This is, what do I say it? Is you're going to live soft girl era and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah. So back home, that's what was going on. I was in school, too. Yeah, okay. I was... in school working on my master's, and so it was work, home, Lennox, and do it all over again. Maybe go out with my friends every other weekend. Yeah. And
every weekend.
It was not every weekend. Every time you called me, maybe.
Listen, she said soft girl era. I'm kidding.
But a lot of that was a lot of me masking too.
Yeah, of course.
So going like him. Masking just whatever pain or whatever thoughts, whatever was going on. I did that with friends. Yeah. I did that with, you know, parties. I did that with I would drink as well, and it was just, I don't know, I guess a time of coping as well. Yeah. But I remember, because you're saying like how you saw the changes. Yeah. I remember the summer I had brought Lennox.
Before that, did you know he was going to church?
He did tell me. Okay. We would then talk, and he told me that he was going to Overflow, and I was like, okay, I'm happy that you found a church, and he told me that he was getting baptized.
Oh yeah, that was before Lennox came. Right? I think so.
Yeah,
that was before he actually moved. Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, you're getting baptized. I was like, okay, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. But again, I'm just like, that's good for him, Lord. Yeah, this is for him. Okay. And I was like, that's good. And I was like, you know, like, okay, God, like I'm happy that he's found a community there. And then, because I could tell some things were wrong. Like when I would call you, I remember calling you sometimes, and you did sound exactly how you were expressing. Mm-hmm. You sound like you were down, like, you know, you were alone. I could tell that because I've known him. But when he told me he was getting baptized, and I was like, okay. And I was like, well, you know, me and Lennox will be down, you know, for the summer. So I'll bring him down or whatever. And then I got on the plane. I got down there, and I remember him coming out of the apartment complex that he stays in, And I was just looking at him, and he looked so different. Like, he looked the same, but I could tell, like, I don't know, he was like alive or like awake or something like that. And I was just like, okay, I'm just observing. And so I go inside his apartment, and he's never been so